we're gonna be making beans, which are actually a very high source of protein if mixed with some whole grains like rice or arepas or bread. So beans actually, it's a legume and it has all the essential amino acids except for methionine, which you get from all other whole grains. So you guys know. So in many countries like Colombia, they feed people lots of beans and rice because it actually gives you proteins. Frijoles con arroz. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you guys all the ingredients we're gonna be using today. The most important thing of this recipe is that you have to set the beans on water the night before. So last night I took a pound of beans, and the type of beans I'm using are red kidney beans. The original recipe calls for red beans, but I actually like the kidney beans better because I find that they absorb more water and they grow a lot more and they get softer. But that's your personal choice. So I put these on water yesterday, and you want to put them in cold water. You don't want to put them in hot water because then they'll start cooking, and you don't want that. You also don't want to cover them because they get really foamy. I don't know why, but they do. So, oh my god, Dead Marlin! So I put these on water last night and they grew a lot. Okay, so these are beans and water from the night before, and I'm actually gonna drain them first. So I'm gonna get rid of the water in here, and I'm gonna show you guys my bean pot, which has to be really big. Okay, so this is the pot that I cook beans on, and I make beans very often. And the reason why I have a pot set just for beans is because this will happen to the pot. It'll get, see, as much as you wash it, it'll get this like pasty thing on it. So I just have this pot set just for beans, and it's a huge pot, like you guys can see, because we're gonna be making a lot of beans, and you can freeze them for later. You can make chili with this, or you can just eat them just like that, and it's actually really cheap way of eating. So you need 1 pound red dry beans soaked overnight, which I already have. You will need 1 yellow onion, it's already all washed, 3 scallions. Okay, so 1 yellow onion, sorry, diced, 3 scallions, which I have here, diced, 5 garlic cloves. I don't have garlic cloves, but I have this. It's all garlic. 1 red pepper, 1 green pepper, 1 cup of peeled tomatoes. I think this will make a cup of tomatoes, but I think I might only need 2 of these. And either cilantro or parsley. And I actually am using cilantro because I love cilantro. Salt and pepper, and you will need cumin and a chori, which I don't have a chori, but I do have cumin. I went to every store yesterday in town looking for a chori, and the only store that carries it was closed. Let's get started. Let's cut the onion. And I have a trick for cutting onions, which I'm gonna show you guys. So what I do is I cut it in half, and then I put both halves this way. You want to get the sides off. And if you cut the onion like this, all the juices are going to go into the cutting board and not into my eyes, and they're not gonna make me cry. So it's perfect. And I'm just gonna cut this in little squares because I will just put this into the food processor. Okay, it goes in. That's pretty good. Yay! Okay. Now we cut the scallions. It's all beans also. Okay, so I'll cut the scallions. Wait, I need to put the scallions in here too? Okay, I do. Be careful not to cut your fingers, guys. I should sit so you guys can see my head. This onion is huge, Alinity. I think it's on the side, so it looks like it's a lot. I know, maybe I used too big of an onion. It's okay, I love onions, so I don't mind it being a little too oniony. Okay. I'll just go like this. There's no way I'm gonna move that. The recipe calls for large carrots, but I have a ton of baby carrots, so I'm gonna be using those instead. Just because I didn't feel like buying a ton of carrots if I had little carrots. So we need the red pepper. I usually cut this in half first. And I get rid of this part. And then this part. Itchy, itchy. So you cut it in half and then you cut the tops, and then what you want to do is get rid of this white part like that, so you have no seeds and as little white as possible because it's a little bitter. Okay, so we want to cut this in little strands and then in squares. And I should probably start heating up the beans first, the water with beans. So I'm gonna take 4 cups of broth, which I don't have pre-made broth, but I have this bouillon that I buy from Costco, which is actually really good. So I'll put 4 cups of water with 4 teaspoons of this and put it to boil and then add the beans. So I'm gonna go do that first. I'm actually gonna do 5 because the pot is really large. And I always like starting my things on high because I find that until they get to boiling temperature, it doesn't really matter the heat that you started at for most things that require liquid. Okay, so I have the beans with some chicken broth in the stove, and I'm gonna finish cutting these. Now I need to cut the green pepper. So I'll do the same that I did with the other pepper. I'll just cut it in half. Get rid of the hearts. So seeds are gone. We're gonna cut this same way I cut the red ones. Use a spoon to get rid of the white stuff. No, it doesn't really work with a spoon. You need a knife. It's not as soft as you might think it is. Okay. Now, we need the tomatoes as well. I think I'm only gonna use 2. I just need, before I started the stream, I washed all these, so you guys wanna do that. You don't know how many hands have touched these before they get to you. How many people with their dirty hands have touched them at the grocery store. Yeah, okay, I think that's enough tomato. So onions, scallions, garlic. We need garlic in here. Okay, my hands are really wet right now. We want to be moving the beans, which are in the pot with water, and chicken broth quite often because they'll get stuck to the bottom of the pot. And this is garlic. So it says 5 garlic cloves. So 5 garlic cloves is about, I'm gonna say, a really big teaspoon. Okay, I will cut the carrots after because the carrots don't go here. Alright, let's see how this goes. I've never used this before. It's new, so. Alright. There's still some big pieces. We still want to see like the different colors and things. So I think that's a perfect point to put it at. Was I supposed to put the cilantro in there? No, I think the cilantro is just over the food. Okay, it is. So now we add that there. We need to wait for it to boil. So, these carrots were supposed to be big carrots, but have so many little ones. So I'm just going to cut these little ones I have because I'm not gonna buy a ton of carrots if I have little carrots in my fridge. So I will be using little carrots. I should probably put them like side by side so I can cut them quicker. I got it. So the carrots don't go in the food processor. We actually want to cook them with the beans. They'll get really soft and delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna throw the carrots in with the beans that are boiling already. So because they're boiling, I'm gonna put it on medium because we need to cook this very, very, very slowly. And now you want to add the achiote, the cumin, the salt, and the pepper onto the pot. Now I don't have achiote, but have cumin, which is delicious. It smells like Colombia. If you guys ever smell some cumin, this is what Colombia smells like. How much cumin do I need? 1 teaspoon ground cumin. Okay. And let's put some salt and pepper in here. I love salt more than I should. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon of salt. Big one. Okay, maybe half. Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. You get the top out first. Alright, now we get this in there. So we're gonna be cooking for 1.5 hours. Then after that, we will remove the lid and cook for another 40 minutes. And then we'll add the cilantro when we're gonna eat it. It's gonna take a while. Beans are quite hard and we gotta soften them up. So that's how we make beans. Now we have food for like a week. Delicious food for like a week. What ideas do I have to use with beans other than rice? You can do something called calentado, which is what you make it the next day, which you do with potatoes and I don't know. I can probably make calentado for you guys someday. It's just a mix of everything that you have left over in your kitchen, basically, which is delicious. I think it has soy sauce and something else, but it's pretty good. You could eat it with arepas. You could actually eat it just by itself. You could eat it with tostadas. I actually bought some tostadas. I don't know where they are. I buy these. These are corn tostadas. I buy them at the grocery store. They're really good. I'll show you guys. So you can put some beans in here and go, they're delicious. Okay, I'm gonna have the pot like a little open because they're like almost being cooked. Pretty sure that wasn't 2 hours. No, it's just what happens is some of the beans will start like getting, how do you say that? Like psh, like squished. Kind of like when you make mashed potatoes, will get mashed. Okay, I'm gonna have a taste of the liquid just to make sure it's salty enough. So look at that. Can you guys see it? Oh, it's hard to see. So it's just like this delicious soup. Mmm. I think it needs a little bit of salt, but it's gonna lose a lot of water, so maybe it's good.
Test penis, test butts, test donkey.
Make that sound again, it was fantastic. I'm scared that it's too loud. And it's gonna rip all your guys' ears and stuff.
To try this crown egg.
It's amazing sound. It makes you want to go. What are my neighbors gonna think of me? Oh my god. I'm gonna give it a try because I think this is gonna be ready really soon. I just put it on medium low because it's like it looks ready. So I'm gonna taste the bean and see what it tastes like. It's gonna be hot. Okay, it's not ready yet, but it's good. It's good enough to be eatable, but it's not ready yet. What, Milo? Oh my god, this is so good. Okay, I'm gonna start some rice. So, this is my little rice maker. It's just like a cheap $20 rice maker. Okay, so 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. I'm gonna make some whole grain rice. Because it's pretty good and it's healthy and I like it. It's actually very, very filling. God, that made me so allergic. So, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Wow, now my nose is really red. 1 teaspoon of salt. I like salt a lot. You guys shouldn't cook with this much salt. That is very unhealthy. I've always had low blood pressure, so I'm okay to eat lots of salt for now. But you guys shouldn't. Okay, so I actually like putting some oil in here. I have olive. I don't normally cook with olive. Yeah, you shouldn't cook olive oil. I'll tell you guys why. Olive oil has a lot of double bonds and it doesn't sustain high temperature without creating free radicals. So no cooking with olive oil, only for putting on bread or like on salads or like over stuff. For cooking, you want to use pure Canadian canola oil, or you can use like, how to say girasol in English. And I don't put a lot, I just put like, I don't know, 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, somewhere around there. Should be good. And now we start cooking. And we got rice. All right. I think this is gonna be ready really soon. Actually. like almost ready. Is it lunchtime already? I'm gonna have lunch a little early today. Oh my god, the beans are ready. They look so good. Do you guys want to see what they look like? They still need a little bit. They need to thicken a little bit. But there's the beans. Oh, it smells so much like cumin. So now, I think I have another cutting board here. I do. We're gonna cut some cilantro. My camera's gonna smell like cilantro now. I never sit to cut stuff, so I feel a little weird sitting down to cut stuff. I gotta be honest with you guys. And you just put the cilantro over the bowl of beans, and it's really good. Okay, yeah, the beans actually need a little bit still. I should put them on like medium. I'm getting really impatient because I'm hungry, so maybe I will eat a banana actually. Maybe it's not a bad idea. This one looks like it wants to be eaten. What do you guys think? That was a big piece. I always get so self-conscious eating a banana on stream because you guys are always so weird about it. You guys are ridiculous. Like, seriously, can a girl not just enjoy a banana? Okay. They called me Alinity, the banana destroyer. It's gone. Okay, we're gonna go back into low. So, if you guys are actually trying to make these beans, you guys have to play a game about wetness and humidity. Now, the beans at first are floating little beans in water, and then as they start cooking, the beans start getting mashed and the water starts turning into kind of like a sauce paste thing. So you want the consistency to be you want there to be paste, but you don't want to let it dry too fast, because if it dries too fast, then you don't get enough paste made. So yes, it is all about the wetness. So this is why. So if you open the lid, water will evaporate and it'll lose water, right? So you want to have the lid on until a point at which there is enough thickness in the liquid so that you can actually... Oh my god, what is this? Titanic. Every night in my dreams. Okay, so you want to get rid of the lid at a point at which there's enough thickness on the liquid so that it evaporates, but it doesn't lose too much water. Does it make sense? You guys are still talking and thinking about wetness. Well, I tried. Don't say I didn't try. Yes, the liquid needs to be thick enough before you get rid of the lid so that when you get rid of the lid, it doesn't just evaporate before creating a sauce. So you don't want to get rid of the lid too quickly, basically. I guess I could have just said that. Okay, I actually think they're ready now. What? 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 Milo? What? Come here. Come here. Come tell me all the things you want to tell me. What's up? You want a bean? It's really hot though. They're ready. Oh my god, it's so good. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good. So good. So, beans, cilantro. Yes, I'm going to eat in front of you guys right now. Because this is just so good. Check it out. Can you guys see it? The name of the green stuff is cilantro, but you can use parsley as well. It's called perejil in Spanish. Oh my god, it's delicious. You guys want a spoonful? There you go. And they taste differently. Hey Leah, how's it going? I just made Colombian beans on stream. Do you want some? Here, open your mouth. This is just for Leah, guys. Don't be thirsty. Hold on, I need to lick under it so it doesn't fall on the computer. Okay, here comes Leah. I need some water. I'm gonna show you guys. One of the things that I love the most in my kitchen. So I personally like to just use it to make carbonated water. But you can add flavors to it too. I just don't have any good flavors. They don't sell very good ones here in Canada. I have this root beer one, but I'm just gonna make carbonated water. What, Maya? Oh, what? And then I don't buy pop anymore, so it actually saves me pretty good. I want to try the soda stream and try my own tea blend and make it and try to carbonate it. You have to find out if you can actually carbonate the tea, because I'll tell you a little anecdote. Apparently there's things that when mixed with CO2, which is what you pump in here, have a certain chemical reaction that makes explosions. I tried carbonating vodka once, and I basically had vodka shooting all over my apartment. Luckily I didn't get injured. But yeah, never try carbonating vodka or anything that has alcohol in it. Yeah, so don't try that. Learn from my mistakes.